The London Sports Leadership Program provides youth in our community that for the most part are youth from challenged neighborhoods with the opportunity to obtain nationally recognized certification in sports training. The program involves 40 hours of training that the students receive. They get their CPR training, they're getting employment counseling, resume building skills.
And he was approached by a phys ed teacher to become a part of the program. And we were very grateful and very blessed. He plays competitive volleyball, so it was a lot of work for us to arrange. He plays in a high school basketball team too. But the girl that's in charge of the program that I work with was very, very flexible, very helpful.
When we were working with the guidance counselors and the gym teachers to identify the young people that we were recruiting to the program, we looked for young people with the hidden potential for leadership. So these are kids that perhaps were at risk of dropping out of school. One of the mandates of the program is that they must stay in school. We modeled this program after a Toronto sports leadership program, and their success rate in seeing the children graduate from secondary school is just tremendous.
The Sport Leadership Program is a very important program from the perspective it does teach the students and give them an opportunity to learn about coaching and coaching certification. But perhaps even more importantly, it gives them an opportunity to understand themselves as leaders. It gives them an opportunity to demonstrate their leadership skills and to build confidence in themselves to be a leader.
London, several years ago, formed what's called the Children and Youth Network, and it's a group of organizations who all work with children and youth in our community, and they have identified that the three priorities for focus across the community with youth is obesity, poverty, and literacy. In 2008, London Community Foundation developed a report card on the health and well-being of our community called Vital Signs. Within the Vital Signs report, we have reported data, community-based data, that really reflects the focus of the Children and Youth Network. So we developed this program believing that this is going to address poverty, obesity, and literacy in the youth that are participating in the program.
Very often we perhaps attribute leadership to athletic excellence and to very skilled athletes. Not all of us are gifted athletes, but within all of us there's a leader. And this particular program, I believe, draws that leader out of the young students in the program.
We wanted to make sure that this program is accessible for the youth in our challenged neighborhoods in our community. Often these kids are working part-time to help support the family, so we have a program in place where we could compensate them for work missed, so that's not a barrier. If they need running shoes or gym clothing to participate, we supply the funding for that. The donors that stepped up to the plate for this program to help us get it going were very interested in making sure that the kids that would benefit the most from this are being able to participate.
The leadership program was something that you hope that your child is always going to be able to practice their leadership skills. And you want them to be able to mentor younger children. I think that's really important when they're a teenager. And so this is a good program all around for both of those aspects.
In addition to the leadership skills and an understanding of the type of leader they are, I think programs like this develop good citizens. It's the most important thing for a young person at this age is to be involved. To get involved in an activity, whether it's an activity through sport, through arts, through music, regardless of what the vehicle it is. The critical thing is that they get involved and they stay involved, and through that involvement they learn about citizenship and about giving back to the community that they live in. So the leadership program that has been established here in London gives the students with a love of sport that vehicle to stay involved, again despite their abilities as an athlete themselves.
In order to develop a program such as this, London Community Foundation is a small organization with limited staff who are not experienced in programming. That isn't what we do. So we reached out to partners in the community that were natural partners for this program, and both the school boards are participating very eagerly. They were, they just love the opportunity to help some of the kids that they see every day. The Y stepped forward and said, we'll figure out, just tell us what you want us to do, we'll figure it out later. And the university came on board. Their athletics department is very interested in these young people, perhaps offering mentorship opportunities, opportunities for them to come on campus and see what post-secondary education would look like, and encourage them to participate or to seek post-secondary education. Some of these kids we don't believe would probably go on to that. One young man actually commented that he wasn't sure he was allowed on campus.
Probably one of the most valuable things, I think, is the fact that he was given CPR and first aid. So it's a transferable skill, a life skill that you need outside of your career.
For years we talked about development or sport development, which is essentially looking at the athlete, the coach, the official within the sport. Within the last 10 years, there's been a real movement internationally that's focusing more on development through sport. So that means really developing people and developing communities through the vehicle of sport. At the international level, with the recent Olympic Games, many people would have heard of the movement of right to play. That's an international movement which looks at sport as a vehicle to develop youth, develop people within communities, and help build community, so that through sport being brought in through right to play, they have a sense of rootedness in of community. So this movement of development through sport is a very international movement that we're seeing at the domestic level. More emphasis on developing people through sport than actually developing sport skills. And the Sport Leadership Program, again through leadership development, is developing people. They may learn about coaching basketball or coaching soccer, but the real main objective of programs such as this is the development of the people, and then what they will do in turn to help develop community.
London Community Foundation endorsed this program because we really believe that the future and vitality of our community rests with our youth. And we believe that if we can offer an opportunity to strengthen the youth in our community, we're making an investment in the future of our community.
I think it's a wonderful program. I think anything that we allow our children to blossom within themselves is invaluable.
And really, if this is a way for us to lift some of these young people out of the situations that they're in, that's very powerful.